Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Thanks for stopping by this quick little video I have here with Steve Brossman. Steve, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. How about we start off? Tell people more about yourself.
Hey, Michael. Thanks for having me on. A little bit about myself. I'm probably a 40 year veteran of being a serial entrepreneur, but most importantly for the people watching right now, I work with businesses, really helping them uncover their authority factor and really getting them out there to shine in the marketplace so people will come to them, see them as a leader in the marketplace and really get paid what they really are worth.
Yeah, fantastic. And Steve's been part of our partnership program for a little while. So, Steve, let me start off. What did you want to achieve, or what problems were you sort of facing before you sort of became part of Partnership Club?
Look, I've been a firm believer in referral marketing since I opened up my own health club in 1983. I just wrote this in a brand new chapter of my book first thing this morning. So I know all about that. But the thing that struck me about the Partnership Club, and you in particular, is the systems. And as much as somebody could say, yes, I rely on word of mouth, I've been very good at word of mouth and things like that, I believed in what could be achieved, but I just didn't have the systems to be able to do it day in, day out and actually multiply my results. So I have to say that was the first thing that really attracted me to it.
Yeah, lovely. So sort of by having those systems, what would it mean for your business, for you? What sort of impact having those systems would be sort of impacted upon you and your business?
Oh, look, as a solopreneur professional with a little bit of support staff, having systems to be able to pass on for somebody else to do a lot of the grunt work for me so that I could concentrate on the higher level work made a massive difference to me. Not only did I've got more clients, I've got better clients, I've been able to pass the work on because I haven't had to design the systems. I haven't had to really spend the time training them. I would just pass on the training videos, what they needed to do, and know that they were just going to follow through a quality program. So less time doing the grunt work and more time spending with more high quality people.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So what three parts of our systems do you think have made the biggest impact?
The great thing, and we live in a digital age, but the great thing is the face-to-face networking, or the picking up the phone and actually talking to people that are part of the actual network itself. So really good old-fashioned quality networking with quality people who get it, instead of going to events where people just run around and try and hand out as many business cards as possible. When you're in a room with quality people who get the same reason that you're there, how can we help each other grow each other's business? That has been a significant impact. The second one that I noted down was the systems as well. I mean, that we've already spoken about. That was a big impact on what I wanted. And also, yeah, the good old-fashioned kick in the butt accountability. Because you've got the podcast and you've got the webinar you're supposed to be on and the people that your accountability partners. If you do it right and you implement your stuff, there's no way that you should fall through the cracks and stop doing it. So you're only a couple of days away from either talking to somebody or watching somebody that just gives you a kick in the butt again and say, you know what, I've got to get back into doing it. And when you do it, it makes a massive difference. So the networking, the systems, and the accountability is probably the three biggest things that has helped me.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So if you were to break that down, what sort of actions do you think you now take that have such an impact for you and growing the business and being able to be around the right sorts of people that you want to be around?
Oh, still not enough. So I will be honest, I'm not actioning as much as I know that I should, but the biggest actions are having my profitability partners there, making sure that we are in the mindset of supporting each other and keeping each other accountable, making sure that I'm always in front of mind with the right people and reaching out consistently to the right people, and then growing the network again with the right people. And that also means that I'm producing, in my world, the right collateral to position myself out there and the leader and the authority to be talking to those people. So it's a whole framework of things that is that I do, and I know that I need to consistently do to provide the results.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So, sort of, what results have you achieved that have come through that have impacted the business and you also personally?
The actual business itself, I have consistently been able to track back at least 40% of my general business through some shape or form of a contact through what I do through the systems I've got through the partnership club and referral marketing. It's just day in, day out. I know that that's where a minimum of 40% of my business has come from. So that in itself is a big thing. To tell you the truth, I just don't spend a cent on marketing.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's always joint venture partnerships, referral marketing, making sure that I'm out there doing the right thing and contacting the right people. So it's all building the relationships with the people there. So that in itself has been great. Personally, it's knowing you're not on your own. And that's a huge thing for a professional who does spend most of their time generally as a solopreneur or have your small amount of support staff, but knowing that there's always somebody there within the team, within the network, within the Facebook groups, is always there to lend a hand or just be a shoulder to lean on. And that is a huge thing to know personally, that there's always someone there that's got my back.
Yeah, brilliant. Fantastic. All this time back, it has sort of now been nearly a good 12 months ago, what were the objections that sort of came up for you that you went, yeah, I don't really know if this is where I should be or if this is worth my time or effort? What were some of those things, if you can sort of remember back to that sort of the beginning?
Like anything when you're evaluating an expense, and I'm different to most people. I had didn't have many objections at all. So I went into it with eyes open. I do evaluate things to determine whether there's going to be a good return on investment. But I'm a person that if I see something, I do not hesitate in investing in myself. It was just a matter of who are the right people. And the good thing is I did personally know you and knew what you were doing. So I had no hesitation there. There was no doubt that for me to be mentored in this particular area by you, it wasn't a question. It's a matter of, okay, I'm going to spend X $100 and I need to make sure that I'm going to have a return. I knew your systems. There virtually were no objections. But for other people out there, not having the confidence or possibly even meeting you and or your systems for the first time, it could be scary. Could say, hey, listen, if I'm going to invest this much money, am I going to get a return on my investment? Well, the answer is no. If you just pay the money, sit on your butt and expect it all to happen. The answer is an overwhelming yes if you actually implement. I'd say you've really only got to implement 20% to get a minimum positive return on investment. Anything above 20%, you're going to be well in front.
Lovely, lovely. Your favourite part of working with us and Partnership Club, what's that been?
Friendships. Friendships of quality people is one fantastic part. I've made some lifelong friends out of it. The other part is cash in the bank. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's not hard to say, hey, like, I like money, I like the nice life, and I like not having to work. I can't say not having to work too hard. I really love my work, but following a blueprint, a system that is there and it's proven means that you just don't waste your time. Oh, one of the other things that was on my list to talk about the top three, I made it 4, sorry. I made it 4, was not having to research some of the latest stuff. And I like the podcasts, I like the webinars, I like the 2-days where there's always either a new platform or a new something that I haven't had to go and research myself, haven't had to research how to implement it. Just come along and copy you, and that makes it so much easier.
Yeah, no, lovely, lovely. So for people who might be watching this thinking, oh, this all sounds really nice, what would you recommend for people, and why?
The what and the who is the first thing. The who is people in business with an attitude that they want to actually grow their business with the right people. They know they can't do it on their own, and they are willing to come along and learn, put the ego at the front door, and then say, hey, listen, it's not all about me, but how can I work with others? Because if they start helping others, there's going to be an avalanche back to them. So as much as you could almost say people in most businesses could come along, but it's the people with the right attitude should come along. It's people who do want to work closely with others and are not afraid to, and I'll call it it's not a huge investment at all, to invest in themselves to grow their business. Because what I would probably see, the people that would be counting their money would be spending 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times this money on marketing that's not working. But if they took a slice of that and invested in this as a valid form of marketing, then they're the people that would really get great value from coming along.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. Steve, thank you so much for handing out and spending some time and being able to share some of your thoughts and insights and what's been working and what hasn't been. Really appreciate that, and look forward to catching up with you next week when we're all together once more.
Look forward to it. It's a highlight of every couple of months, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you, chewing the fat, and also the other fantastic people that are coming along to Sydney.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Steve.
Right. No worries. Cheers, guys.